Hey guys, it's Mangaries here, and we'll be doing a very short and spicy Boruto Manga Chapter 14 review. You see guys, the chapter was mainly focused on the fight between Lord Piggy and Boruto. There wasn't much happening, and it wasn't very dialogue centered, given it was a fight between characters and stuff. But there are a few things that happened in the fight that I wanted to point out. First of all, I want to take a look at Lord Piggy's signature move. It's called Futon Fuku Kujun, something like that. I don't really like the name, It's not something you would enjoy saying too much, as you might have realized. But the name isn't important, the move is. Now, how the move works is that it uses a gust of air from Wind Chakra to change the trajectory that an attack was sent on. So, you toss like shurikens, for example, in one direction. You can use the wind chakra or the fukujin to turn it around or change the path that it was sent on. Because the air can change. Like if you kick a ball, the air can change direction that the ball flies in. You can let it dip a little bit fast or anything like that. So we won't get into the mechanics of it. So what he does is that he uses wind to change the trajectory of attacks. And he says that you only need to know how the move works. That's the move that's been sent to you. You just need to know how that move works to deflect it. And it got me thinking a bit, because I'm wondering if it was used. For example, let's say that a fire style move was used, one that engulfs him and goes in around his entire body. If we'll be able to deflect that, given that wind style is weak against fire style, sorry. And that's a move he has really much faith in, because he even said that he doesn't need to learn a million jutsu, because he can just let his enemies bring all the jutsu that he needs to defeat them in battle. I mean, he made a fair point, but normally guys like that doesn't get very far, because when they meet guys like Boruto and so on, these are the people that defy all odds and go above their strengths in a fight and find some ingenious way of defeating them. And that's what Boruto did this trap, except that he got help from his friend Tendo that he went to save. Now, Boruto also showed a new move, Kazuchi Sanin. It's a lightning style shuriken move. It just clads the shuriken in lightning and tosses it. And you know that if you clad any item in lightning style whatsoever, then what happens is that the piercing power from that item is much stronger than usual. So if that had hit, it would have sent would have been really something that guy would have probably would have killed him, to be honest with you. Now, in this fight, Boruto took on a few guys, beat them with one hit, and he was pretty confident of his strength. And I was like, come on, Boruto. Those were the squads. Those guys were the real deal. You can even hear it in my live reaction. By the way, that's in the description as well. And when he gets to the boss, that's Lord Piggy. Lord Piggy was something to behold, because Piggy wants to eat him. Like I don't understand this guy. I know why he wants to eat them and get the brain and stuff like that, but I still think it's creepy. I mean, he kept saying and doing things that makes him sound a little bit, like the guy don't want your kids to meet. He wanted to eat them. He knows all the kids' stories. He tries to be Santa Claus. He offers them sweets to get in a windowless van. Like, this guy has got all the stops being pulled out. Please, somebody call the police. So you know what, guys, I won't talk too much about Lord Piggy. I think he was defeated though, because at the end of the chapter, we did see where Boruto and Tento, that's his friend who helped him, because Boruto made friends with the feudal lord's son Tento and stuff like that. We did see where Boruto and Tento were talking, and Lord Piggy was on the ground. I don't know if Lord Piggy was defeated. It's always possible that he's just knocked out or not. And given that we weren't given any hints whatsoever about what's going to happen next week, like all we did see was that Boruto was talking with Tento and Lord Piggy's on the ground. So we don't know what's going to happen in the coming chapter. And given that it's only one chapter per month, I probably will forget about this chapter before the next chapter comes out. I mean, it's once per month, and I don't particularly like it, because you have to wait too long, and there isn't much happening in the chapter sometimes. I know Attack on Titan does it, where it does one chapter per month, but it does work for Attack on Titan. When you read an Attack on Titan chapter, you feel like you've read a whole month's worth of work. It doesn't feel the same with Boruto. I know it's been just a few chapters and they have a lot of time to improve, so we'll give them that time. But I'm telling them they don't have time on their hands because I haven't heard many people saying that they're thrilled to read the Boruto manga. Now, what else happened in this chapter? Not much, to be honest with you, because if you guys might have realized in my live reaction, there wasn't much reading going on, there wasn't much words. A lot of the words were just filler words for sound effects, what's happening during the fight. And it doesn't seem to be that much of an intense fight either way, just some Kagebunshin getting pushed and stuff like that. Nothing too exciting, so it was a very okay chapter. I wouldn't say it was a bad chapter, given what happened, given that Boruto stopped and saved his friend. We do know that's important. There wasn't much by way of character development because of a lack of dialogue. So I'm just going to give this chapter a 7 out of 10. I don't normally rate chapters because I don't feel like there's a need to put a grade on the work of something that's in progress, But for this chapter, it wasn't something that, gave you the thrill to continue going. Nothing special happened, honestly. Nothing special. So without further ado, guys, I won't bore you to death. It's been about 5.5, 6 minutes already, I suppose. So this was my Boruto Manga Chapter 14 review. The live reaction is in the description. There will be anime. There will be episode reviews, sorry. That's also on my page. Subscribe for more. I do One Piece as well. I'm thinking of doing another series. I don't know what I'm going to do, I said, guys. But I also do Hunter x Hunter and One Piece. Thank you guys for watching. It's been Manga Reads. Like the video if you did, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe for more.